Hey guys, if you've watched the channel, you probably recognize this towel rack, but today we're down here looking at this drain that's clogged and the P4001 Ryobi drain auger. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so here we are at the tub. Again, this is not draining properly, so we need to fix the clog, and to save yourself some money, the first thing we want to do is clear anything out of the actual drain itself and see if there's anything holding it up there. Obviously, the purpose of this video is to test out the P4001, the drain auger, so hopefully you've already done that, but if you haven't, I would definitely recommend taking care of anything stuck in the drain first. So we'll go ahead and do that here. Now, this is one of those spin drain plugs, so it spins up and locks, and then you can spin it and it will fall back down to plug. So to get this off, and there's a whole bunch of different YouTube videos of how to do this, and everyone's a little bit different, but if you unscrew the little topper piece, it exposes the bolt or screw here. Now some people can actually, if it's not too stuck on there, you can actually spin this off by hand. But this one's pretty well stuck on there. So you have two options. One is use a screwdriver in this area right here, in this place for a screwdriver, and that will sometimes get it loose. If that doesn't work, you need either a crescent wrench, and unfortunately this one's too big to get in there, or in this case you can use a 3/8 wrench and unscrew it like that. Once it's loose, then we can get in there with the screwdriver and get a little bit further, and see, again, this one's pretty well stuck on there, so we'll go back in with the wrench and just loosen this. There we go. And we'll carefully take that out. So guys, as I suspected, there's plenty of hair and gunk and other stuff. So what we'll go ahead and do is grab a trash can here and start fishing out with our needle nose pliers any of the gunk or trash we can reach from here. Get some of that out of here. Let's see, we definitely get plenty of hair. So guys, now we have most of the gunk cleared out of the drain itself, but this drain's still having issues, so what we need to do is pull off the overflow, which will allow us access to run the auger down and clear out any other remaining debris. Now, most of the time these will have a bolt or a screw, and what's nice about this one is it does not, it's actually a twist on or a screw on, so we don't need any tools to take it off. So all we need to do is just unscrew this, and that gives us access now to the overflow, and we can use the auger. So guys, now we have the auger ready, and we're going to go ahead and send it down the overflow. Now we need to make sure a couple things with this. First is we don't want the clamp engaged. If the clamp's engaged, it won't extend, so we need to make sure the clamp is disengaged. There, we've got the clamp disengaged, and we need it to feed, and in order to feed we have to lock the feed, or this auto feed on this side here. So to do that, we have to pull the lever, make sure that's engaged, and then press the lock button. Now the auto feed is locked, and we can see that here. Auto feed locked. Now we can switch it from this middle area over to feed. Now it'll feed out, and we'll feed out a little bit of line and then send it down the overflow here. Feed some out. Now we'll send it down. Okay. Now that we've fed out some line, now we want to spin it around. And to do that, we can go ahead and switch it back into this center mode. We will now disengage the auto feed. So we're going to unlock that auto feed so it's not pushing any more out. We're going to go ahead and engage the clamp. This will clamp it so that it stays in one place. And now we can either spin it in forward or reverse, which will spin it clockwise or counterclockwise. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, now we've spun it. Now we're going to go ahead and bring it back out. So again, to do that, we'll go ahead and put it back in this center area so it doesn't accidentally engage. We will disengage the clamp. We will pull this lever and engage the lock so it will pull it back out. And then we'll turn on reverse to bring it back out here. And there we go. So we found our issue. There it is. All right guys, all put back together. We'll give it one more try. There it is. All right guys, so that is the P4001 drain auger. If you haven't seen our first video with the P4002, definitely go back and check that out. But for a minute, we're going to talk about the differences between these two. There are three major differences between these two models. The first is that the new P4002 has the removable bulb tip nose on the front. So you can actually take this off and remove it, whereas the P4001 is not removable. It is part of the cable and cannot be removed. The second thing is actually in relationship to the cable, and that is that you can remove the entire cable and drum off of the new P4002. There's a little lock on the top of the auger, and if we unlock it and release the little latch here, this comes apart, and we can slide the front end of the auger forward, and that will pop out here, and the entire drum assembly comes apart, and we can see how that removes the entire drum. If you need to replace that for some reason, that comes apart. Whereas the old model, the 4001, the drum is not removable. So the third thing's pretty obvious. It's the fact that the new model, the 4002, is a hybrid model, which means that it has the AC power supply that you can plug into the auger, plug that into the wall, and have unlimited runtime. Whereas the 4001 only has the battery option, so as long as your battery is charged up, you have power. Otherwise, you're gonna have to recharge your batteries. So guys, those are the three main differences between the two. And if you need one of the three upgrades that the new model has, either the unlimited runtime, the ability to change the drum and cable, or the ability to change the nose of the auger, any of those things are definitely reasons to go with the 4002. However, if those aren't important to you, and for me and what I think most people need, the 4001 is probably the better option for the money, better value. At the time of recording this video, the new model, the 4002, is almost twice as much as the old 4001, especially where we got the 4001 on discount. In our opinion, most people aren't going to need the pro features that this has. So guys, obviously we're not saying that these new features are not worth the money. However, that's what you have to keep in mind. Obviously, you've got to make that final decision whether or not those features are important enough to justify the difference in cost between these two models. All right guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, definitely make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us out, lets us know you're enjoying the content. Also make sure to check out our channel and hit the subscribe button because we're uploading new videos each and every week. And as always, make sure to comment below to let us know what tool you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching. But today we're looking at the drain. Try that one again.